Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your host, Demetrius with the PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast. Hey, man, I hope you guys are having a great Friday, man. Hey, I'm having a great Friday. Just got back from Tennessee, enjoying my semi-day off. But, hey, it's a lot going on, man. Cam Newton has been flooding the airwaves, as he does all the time, with his podcast, 4th and 1 and Funky Fridays. And it's got a lot of people pissed off. Has a lot of people mad. A lot of old school heads at ESPN and Fox Sports and Undisputed and all these other mainstream media outlets are a little pissed at Cam right now for things that he said. We're going to dive into it, man. Real quick in the chat, man. Elizabeth, what's going on? He spoke to facts since when? Yeah, exactly. It's only because it's Cam. Raw Walk, what's up, man? Hey, we gonna get into it, man. I got the whole response locked and loaded, man, for us to listen to. We're gonna break it down, man. We're gonna break everything down, man, because it needs to be said. You know what I mean? So, if you guys don't know, maybe about 2-3 days ago on a podcast, Cam Newton stated that they are game managers and they are game changers. And if you play the game of football, you know that there are certain players that contribute more to the game than others. Doesn't mean that those players that don't contribute are bad players. It just means that they have a different skill set. Okay, so take for instance this. And I'm going to go current right now, current players. A Desmond Ridder is not a game changer. He allows his star players, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, these guys right here who are your star players to affect the game. All he has to do is get the ball to him. That's all he has to do. But a game changer is one who takes those opportunities and changes the game by himself. And the list that Cam put out who are game changers are your Joe Burrows, your Lamar Jacksons, your Patrick Mahomes, your Josh Allens. And I totally get it. These are players, and he really should have put himself in there because Cam Newton, beyond all accounts, is and was a game changer. I remember one play back when we played Atlanta 2015. You guys remember the play? Line up in the two-back system, right? Cam Newton had no one open downfield. What did he do? He scrambled for a first down. I believe it was on third down. Scrambled for a first down, getting hit after hit. They couldn't bring him down. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a game changer. You change the whole landscape of the game by that play. You get the crowd energized, not at Bank of America, no, at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. You're a game changer when you can affect how the crowd is at away stadiums. And that's what Cam Newton is. That's what Cam Newton has done. So he can talk to this. And when you have mainstream media personalities like Skip Bayless and Kimberly, whatever her name is, I call her Angry Black Lady because it's always funny that you always got to have one angry black woman mad at a black man. It's ironic that they give her that much airtime to chew out Cam, right? But you have all these people who haven't played the game of football, don't know what a game manager or a game changer is. Don't understand the two differences. Don't understand that it's not a bad thing. Dak Prescott just started getting good, y'all. Let's be honest. The Cowboys have not been what the Cowboys is right now over the past 3-4 years. Let's just be honest. So what Dak Prescott is doing right now, it's good, but it ain't awestrucking. That defense is crazy. What Brock Purdy is doing right now, it's good, but he's depending upon Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Kittle. You know, he's relying on all these star players. Brock Purdy isn't taking the game over like a Cam Newton would or a Joe Burrow would. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's get into this real quick because I love this response that Cam had. We're going to get into it real quick. I'm going to play this clip. We're going to break down this whole 9-minute 56 response that Cam Newton gave out today after so much media has been coming after Cam for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. And here's the thing about it. You know, Skip Bayless took a shot at him and said on his podcast or whatever it is, you know, it's ironic. It's funny how you can see the numbers trickling up from all of these pro football players who have played the game that now have podcasters, right? Draymond Green has a podcast. You see Cam Newton, Taylor Heineke, I mean Kyle Allen, Shannon Sharp. All these pro players are talking about the game, and we as fans have so much, joy listening to it. We have so much access to players now that where we can interact with them, leave comments and things of that nature. But remember this, when we have these types of advantages to players, always remember, this is what my uncle used to tell me. Going there can't tell been there how to get there. I'm going to say it again. Going there can't tell been there how to get there. That means if a person has already been there and you're trying to get there, you can't tell me how to get there. You ain't been there. I've been there. All these players have played in the NFL for multiple years. So media personalities who have, I want to say book knowledge, eye knowledge of the game, but don't have physical reps on the field to give their account of the game, their opinion should be taken, but it should be taken with a grain of salt at times because they're not coming from a player's perspective. They're coming from a perspective of visually seeing the game, being a fan, standing back in their press boxes, and looking at the game from that perspective. This guy right here has played the game at all levels and has accomplished more than what any ESPN, any Fox Sports, any secondary news outlet can ever have. Let's get into it real quick. We're going to start right here.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Hey, over the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of people who have had a lot to say about the comments that I made on my sports show, 4th and 1. Some true, some not so true, some subjective. All of it is still opinionated at the end of the day. I think the thing that I have a problem with is address the point that I made, not me. And I think oftentimes that happens in regards of athletes trying to make their point. It's easy for somebody to say,
move past the outfit for a second. So he's talking about all these NFL game managers. He sounds like...
All right, let's stop right there. So the woman that's speaking right now, her name is Kimberly. The first thing that she says is let's move past the outfits. And see, listen, I get it. Cam Newton is a very vibrant person, right? He expresses himself through his clothing. And for some reason, that has been the focal point of his career from people who are outside of Carolina Panthers fans and even some fans that are clownishly, they act like clowns. I can't talk right now. They talk about his clothes, what he wears, more than his production on the field. So her opening statement was, let's go past the clothes, as if that's an indictment on Cam. Let's keep going.
People literally tweeting at me from their basement, like, get back in the kitchen. Like, it's like you are at home.
When he does this podcast,
I'm pretty sure Cam's basement is as big as your home. But let's keep going. This is Skip Bayless.
or whatever it was. This is just wacky stuff. Like this. Cam,
You know more football than that, right?
It's called Funky Friday. That's his podcast. Because that's absurd. When he said Dak's name, exactly. He telling jokes. First of all,
But the first point that I want to make here is this: identifying the difference between a game manager and a game changer. Game manager is not a negative connotation. Ken, what do you mean by game manager? My definition of that managing player is a player who has the ability to make the right play at the right time, protecting the football at all costs. There's times in my career where I figured this out. Sometimes, Cam, you don't have to take over a game. Allow other players to do that. If we're getting personal here, there was times in my career where I did it, and there's times in my career where I didn't do it. When I think about ultimate elite game managers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, game changer and game manager is not something where I'm saying this person is not physically capable of making some great plays. I'm not saying that. Or I am not saying that they're not good players. There's really only 3 to potentially 5 game changers in the NFL right now. Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Chris.
All right, let's stop right there. So you guys heard his definition of what a game manager and a game changer is. And I believe that we all can agree that when we sit back and we watch players like, let's just start with Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers affects the game in his ability to manipulate the pocket. We've seen game after game and time after time where Aaron Rodgers has moved left and right out of the pocket, has evaded defenders to get the ball not 5 yards, not 10 yards, not 20 yards, but almost 60 yards down the field for a hell. I mean, he's done this multiple times. The ability to get the ball down the field is something that most quarterbacks or some quarterbacks don't have, i.e. Bryce Young. But we ain't talking about Bryce Ice today, right? We're not talking about Bryce. We're talking about Cam Newton and what his statements and all of his rebuttals and everything like that. But if you look at the quarterbacks that he alluded to, Lamar Jackson, do you think Lamar Jackson is just a snap, back up in the pocket, stay in the pocket passer? No, he's not just that. He's not just that. He said Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is not a drop back, sit in the pocket type of player. So when you identify these types of players with the title of game changer, you see the point that he's making. Let's continue.
I was listening to what he was having to say, and he used this as an analogy. A game changer is a truck. A game manager is a trailer. A truck pulls a team together and pulls and is the reason why this team is having success. A game manager is merely a trailer that's attached to something to make it go. When I see a guy like Brock Purdy, yes, did he make hell of a throws? Yes. Is he making elite decisions? Yes, but he's putting it in guys like Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey. Like, that's the point. When you think about those teams, first thing I think about with the Cowboys is the defense. Is Dak Prescott playing lights out ball right now? Hell yeah. But the first thing I think about is the lights out defense. When I think about the Miami Dolphins, it's Tyreek Hill. It's not Tua. That's not to say Tua's not having a great season. When I think about the 49ers, it's not Brock Purdy. This is Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, that unbelievable defensive line. Kyle Shanahan, who's calling his ass off with.
All right, let's stop right there. So we see the correlation between a game changer and a game manager. All of it is productive, right? Everything's productive. We're still seeing these players put up points, put the ball in the right position. It's just one sort of player affects the game personally. Another player affects the game through the weapons that he has, right? That's the difference. All of it is still productive. Everything is still productive. Let's keep going.
With just putting the schematics in place. These are guys I fuck with. These are people who I respect. Being a game manager is not something that it's a backhanded compliment. A game changer is this. As an organization going into the offseason, our main pick or our main emphasis on trying to decide a quarterback is, oh man, we got to go find us another A-Rod, the next Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. And this may make a lot of people feel a certain type of way, but it's the truth. I don't see people going into the draft as executives of franchises. They don't say, I'm going into the draft to find another Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Tua Tagovailoa. Remove you from that source, and does that team still be successful? Most of those players that I named, those teams will still be successful in some way, shape, form. I'm not bashing anybody, but sports media outlets have been doing that for years. Why do you say that, Cam?
All right, I think that this next part here is important because this right here speaks to all of the players that have started podcasting, started elaborating on what they feel about the game, their thoughts on the game, their thoughts on players, and even to the micro level of us as individual podcasters, for our selective teams. Right? We have a desire to talk about these things, but mainstream media gets the bulk of it, of the views, with such a broad aspect of the team. You want to know what's going on with the Carolina Panthers? Go to a Carolina Panthers content creator. Go to one of the media sources here in Carolina if you want to know what's going on with the Carolina Panthers. You want to know what's going on with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Go to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers podcaster. They're going to know more. They're going to produce more content to give you a well-rounded idea on what's going on with that team than someone from ESPN who's just shooting the breeze and just telling you what they see from the outside. I know because I've seen it before. I've seen it especially during our 2015 season. What's that? I can't remember the sports broadcaster named the lady who said that she quote unquote makes up sideline reports during the game. That's exactly what a lot of these ESPN characters do. They do it for ratings. We do it for the love of our team. So let's continue.
I'm looking at a guy by the name of Burt Mangan, head guy over at ESPN. Norby Williamson. These people have been at ESPN for 29 years, 38 years, speaking on topics of sports that is dominated by, obviously, athletes. Now let's go into Fox. Undisputed. That's ran by a guy by the name of Eric Shanks and also Charlie Dixon. 29 years, by the way, that he's been there, and Eric, and 8 years with Fox as well, Charlie Dixon. They've been able to identify this merit that when I do it, it's a problem. But when the major networks do it, oh, that's just how it goes. So when I sit up here and I make a bold statement or speak on something which I actually lived, it's like discredited. No, he don't know. He's just mad. No, I'm not going for that. And I'm not going to keep going for that. But you got major networks still talking about a player who hasn't played in roughly 2.5, 3 years. I mean, who's doing that? And you will want the narrative to be, oh, Cam bitter, oh, Cam mad, or Cam hating on Dak, or Cam hating on Brock, or Cam just mad that he not in the... Let's stop that, Lewis, Kimberly, Colin. Like, let's stop that. And most of the people who had their 2 cents to say something about Cam and his outfits and his hats and his ego and his pride are merely just guys or gals and can be and probably will be replaced. Harsh, but it's the truth. People who I've had the utmost respect for that are no longer with major networks, the Sage Steels, the Kerry Champions, the Josina Andersons, the Jalen Roses, the Michael Smiths, the Jamil Hills, the Chris Carters, right? Because respectfully, before Shannon Sharp, there was Chris Carter. You take Stuart Scott off of ESPN, God rest his soul. It's a different show. You take Shannon Sharp, Eric, off of Undisputed, it's a different show. These guys are game changers. The reality of it all is I respect all commentators who has an opinion about a game that they've never played. But my issue comes when I start seeing commentators speak about a person who actually played the game and has his opinion to be had. That's my issue. Here I am, no different than anybody else, that the overarching theme is we all want our opinions to matter or want our opinions to be heard. And that's no different than what I've been able to do with my independently owned IP, 4th and 1, Funky Friday, I Am Iconic Live Tour. This has been the content that has been pushed in media. Let's talk about the LeBron, the Cams, the Odell, the Roger Federers, the Serena Williams, the Michael Jordans, the Kobes, the this, that. And they don't have nothing to justify that outside of, I have a journalism degree. And I'm not saying that that's an issue. But when a person who actually lived it, prepared for it, played it, did it at a high level, now that's discredited by poking fun at the person himself. Almost to say, like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right, let's pause right there. And I think that's the overarching issue here. Marcos Cash, what's up, man? I think that's the overarching issue here when it comes down to multimedia or media outlets like ESPN and Undisputed and all these other media outlets that have an opinion and want their opinion heard over the opinion of those who actually played the game. Independent media outlets like, hey, listen, I maybe it's a small independent media outlet, but people listen to what Panthers Prime Podcast has to say about the Panthers. If not, I wouldn't have subscribers. People listen to Unc 2020 because they want to hear what Unc 2020 has to say about the Panthers. People listen to Big Cat. People listen to Twan Don. People listen to P&P. They listen to Unnecessary Bluntness. They listen to Uncle Quan. They listen to all these Four-Man Rush. They listen to all these different podcasters because they want to know, and let's also bring Pat Coltrane. They listen to all these podcasters because they want to know exactly what's going on with the Carolina Panthers because they know we have insight on what the team is doing. And our opinions matter because we are consistent in what we do. ESPN is not consistent with the Carolina Panthers. When's the last time you've seen a positive Carolina Panthers report from ESPN or Fox Sports or Undisputed or any of these other media outlets? Yet, their opinion matters about what goes on in Carolina because they're so big. If you take that same thought process and put it on these local media outlets, these podcasters, and what we do, listen, man, you'll have a beautiful thing. I'm telling you right now, you have a beautiful thing, man, because we're here, we're sweating, we're coming up with content. So, yeah, man. But Cam is right. They're upset that Cam Newton has a podcast that's growing, that's almost at 1 million subscribers, that gets views every single time he drops a Funky Friday. And I guarantee you, all those people, Skip, Lewis Riddick, that Kimberly girl, Skip Baylor, all of them watch Funky Fridays. Why? Because they want to try to figure out how they can maximize on someone else's platform to grow their own or get more views for their own stuff. If Cam Newton right now on Undisputed or ESPN right now, do you think the ratings will be down? I think not.
I'm like, hell, I played 11 years in the NFL. A league MVP, Heisman Trophy winner, 5-star athlete out of high school. If anybody can talk about this matter, whether right or wrong, is still subjective and it's still heavily opinionated. Who can? I mean, let's not be no here. We're getting information from people who've never played this game. But at the same time, when I sit up here and say, you know what? Let me say something about the state of football right now, in my opinion. My intentions was never to suppress the talent of Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, or Tua Tagovailoa. But the facts are what the facts are. Whether I play another snap in the NFL ever again, trust me, I will be straight. The work has already been done. The proof has been in the pudding. The truth of the matter is this. As I start taking this media space very serious, I can do what you've been able to do, and that's give your opinions about different sports topics. The reality is, you couldn't do what I do, or in this case, what I did.
Facts.
When I say stuff like that, oh, that's Cam's ego. I'm in a time where I feel more liberated than I've ever have because I have the freedom and I am independent. They can't say, oh man, my offensive line sucks. Oh man, I don't have the receiving core. Oh man, I don't get the same push that these particular people do, because they have to protect something. Other sources, and I've done that for far too long, be it sponsorships, protecting organizations, or flat out protecting coaches and players. Now I can really live in my truth, and I'm still making money. I'll tell you, come to fellowship. Come buy one of these goofy ass hats that you keep talking about. Come watch or subscribe to one of my YouTube channels. Come be a part of, an experience of a lifetime. December 19th, I Am Iconic Live Tour. These are things that Cam Newton is really doing right now without the game of football. And I can honestly tell you this, the game of football has been great to me. And whether I play another down or not, I'm still going to be straight. But I can honestly say, I used the game of football. The game of football didn't use me. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love.
All right. I think that was the best response that anybody, I won't say anybody, that Cam Newton can give to all of the media barrage that's been coming to him based on something that he felt very strongly about. The opinions of these sportscasters, listen, take them with a grain of salt. A lot of these people only have the experience of what they've gotten from college, a little bit of internship, but they have not ever came close to the level of professionalism in the sport of football, basketball, MMA, tennis, none of that stuff, soccer. They haven't came close. All they can do is give their opinion. And the opinion of someone who has a journalism degree, who isn't, I want to say this, a person like a Joe Persons or a Sheena Quick, I believe has more credibility than a person like a Skip Bayless. Why? Because they are in one area, they are looking at one team, they're able to give their opinion on one thing. They're not out here going about 3, 4, 5, 25, 35 different teams giving their opinion and giving just a broad opinion. So I would say this to those people who want to indulge themselves in that type of media outbreak, who even my family members, when I talk to them about Cam, oh, Cam Newton, he dresses funny. I said, but what has he done on the field? What has he done off the field? Do you know that? Or do all you know is that he wears hats and he wears, rabbit tails. You know what I mean? Or he wears Versace pants to the Super Bowl. Is that all you know? That's all you know. You're not a credible source. You're not a credible source. So, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I love this response by Cam to the bigwig media outlets. And I think it's going to continue to happen because Cam Newton's podcast is not going to go anywhere. It's going to keep growing. It's going to keep, doing what it's doing. And I think that they're afraid of that. I think a lot of people are afraid. They suppress Cam's emotions and his big figure on the field. They can't do it with his podcast. Candy Girl, good morning. They can't do it with his podcast. And that makes, when you can't control a person who you want to control, that makes a lot of people mad. And when they have the ability to take shots, they will do it. So, guys, that's all I got today. We're going to come back later on today. Twan, what's up, man? What's going on, man? We're going to come back later on today. We're going to talk about some stuff that I've been seeing about Bryce and his ability to feel comfortable inside of that being on the center. It's a little alarming, but we're going to get to it. All right? So make sure that you come back later on today. We're going to have a late podcast, man. A little late rendezvous. You know what I mean? Tom, what you say? Cam got them in their feelings. As always, bro. As always. Twan, if you want to come up, bro, hey, links. Links in the chat right now, man. If you want to come on up and talk about it, man. But that's what it is. And Cam always has them in their feelings. Every single time Cam Newton says something about football, people have so much to say. Why they didn't say nothing when he interviewed what's old girl's name? Dang, what's Blueface and Krishan. I ain't saying that the way he interviewed Krishan, or when he interviewed Just Hilarious or Charleston White. You ain't had nothing to say then. Yo, real quick, guys. Hey man, y'all clap your hands. I don't got no claps, but I'm taking Twan's little intro. Y'all clap your hands for Twan, man. Twan, what's up, man? Woo!
Yeah, what up? What up? What up? What up?
Right. Man, what's going on with you, man?
Man, like this situation going on was like I was so burnt up. Like I wanted to do a show last night, and then to see his response, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's like, why should I do a show? You know, when he his response was so perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing is like a lot of us don't want to have these conversations in sports, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes people uncomfortable to have these conversations in sports about color. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it seems as Cam has somehow become a punching bag or the guy that they could just say whatever they want to say about with no repercussions. They did the same thing with Colin Kaepernick and a host of other quarterback, other players, period. And it's always seems like it's free game to go at a black athlete like that.
That's a fact.
Except with Cam Newton never got in trouble. No domestic disputes as far as I know of. You know what I'm saying? I'm naming things that athletes get into, or it seems like they try to surround them with all the time. I don't even know. I mean, other than the fact, you remember he flipped in his car or something on the highway or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's traffic. Never heard about him beating on no women, beating on no kids.
Yeah, he didn't Von Miller nobody, right?
Yeah, we know what he do for the kids,
right?
And but it's just like so. The only thing they could talk about him at the time was the way he dressed, and I was just like, that's rich.
Yeah.
That's real rich. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm saying it really seemed like it started off with a lot of white announcers. But trust me, it's just as many brothers and sisters now that's trying to come in on Cam because they feel like Cam is like he's something that you can go at with no repercussions.
Right.
The MVP of the NFL. With no repercussions, the MVP of the NFL. This is a guy who brought more pizzazz to the game. He changed the game. Let's admit that. He changed the game. What other quarterback, every time they scored, they found kids in the crowd to get footballs to? More parents brought their kids to games to try to sit in the front row because he gave what other quarterbacks that took care of a city, Thanksgiving time, food, raise money for children, with the kickball tournaments, raise money for the homeless, just a free spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just walking to the beat of his own drum, but not walking to a negative, not walking to a negative beat though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the guy that they want to try and tell. And see, this is the way it comes with me, Prime. I play football at a high level. So when I get in, sometimes when I get into these debates on different shows or different podcasts, I do believe that somebody cannot have played a sport and have great knowledge, but you're not going to talk me to death. Or we're going to go on for hours and hours and hours and hours where you're trying to prove that you're right over something that I did at a high level and did well at it.
Right.
It's like he ain't win the MVP. Now, imagine somebody taking shots at Tom Brady like this. Well, we can only imagine that because it would never happen.
Right.
It would never happen.
Yeah.
So then I see ESPN yesterday. I'm listening to Stephen A. Smith. Well, I feel like ESPN has their agenda. I feel like Fox News has their agenda. And then Kimberly. I don't know if you know the girl Kimberly from the show.
I know.
The female on there, right? A black female.
Talk about it.
Came up there and try to dog Cam and say, "Oh, he's just jealous because he ain't playing no more."
Yeah.
That was the weakest take I have ever heard in my life. And this is a black woman that went on in front of a national audience and said this about this black man, bro.
Yeah.
That he's just jealous
Mm-hmm.
because he ain't playing no more. I'm getting sick and tired of the Cam slander, y'all. And the thing is, before we can blame anybody else, Prime, guess who Carolina Panthers fans have to blame first?
David Tepper.
No, we have to blame ourselves.
Hey, I'll put the blame on Tepper for everything. Global warming is Tepper.
We got to blame ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We started it. Punk-ass Panthers fans that feel like this is, he ain't dive on the ball or whatever and such and such or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then, you know, we are in the South, and I hope I'm not being too heavy for you, Prime, but, you know, we in the Bible Belt. You know what I'm saying?
You're
and
good.
It was just like, wait, hold up. The MVP? Y'all talking about the MVP?
Facts.
I want Cam gone, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I'm saying? He ain't got it no more and whatever. And let's get these mediocre quarterbacks in here that's going to be better than him.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers fans have been talking about Cam for years after he was gone and constantly talk about what he wasn't and what he would never be. And make it sound like if they owned a restaurant that they would like his beers ain't free for life. Carolina Panthers fans never, on a whole, never, ever, ever gave that man his flowers the way they should have gave him his flowers. And a lot of them still won't, Prime.
Yeah. That's a fact, man.
So if somebody see you treat your brother or your sister like a slouch, they feel like in their head, I can do it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be mad if I do it.
Yep. You allowed it.
I'm not gonna go this long on this. My thing is, for all you people out there hating on Cam Newton, 5-star recruit, like he said, never lost a college game no matter where he went, blend, Auburn. If you one of them idiots that want to concentrate on a computer at Florida, like you ain't never did nothing bad in your youth, you know what I'm saying? then do that, you know what I'm saying? Turn the program around. I mean, only broke a record in his first game when he came to the Panthers. Cam, I feel like at the end of the day, he's saying, listen, you say what you want to say about me, man. Just put MVP in front of it.
That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Yeah. Nah, hey, listen, I agree with everything you said, man. And I you know, it does start with the fans, but I also believe it starts also with media as well, man, because media has so much influence on fans who don't have a mind, right? Like
they had an influence on us. They told David Tepper who to pick for our next quarterback.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Man, look, I'm just so tired of the sheep, these small-minded people that listen to whatever the media tells them to do. They don't have the ability to think for themselves, Prime. It's just you tell me what to wear. You tell me how to go about my business. You tell me how to act. You tell me what music to listen to. You tell me what football games to watch. You tell me who I need to be shitting on this week.
Yeah.
What about do something for yourself and make your own decisions, man?
Yeah, that's why independent, media outlets like us, like what Cam is doing, you can't censor that. You can't tell us what to talk about and what to say and how to say it and how long we're going to talk about it. Like I remember one time, man, this is when the Carolina Panthers and somebody else was inside the playoff hunt or we had a wild card game. And Ray Lewis was working for one of those news outlets. And they was talking about the upcoming games. And Ray Lewis made a comment saying, well, don't look past the Carolina Panthers. And everybody was like, okay. We visibly was like, we don't want to talk about that right now. But Ray Lewis was talking straight off the cuff. He was talking what real stuff, the real stuff or whatever. Like, don't look past the Carolina Panthers. This may have been like 2017 or whatever, man. I think we was getting ready, or 2018, getting ready to play the Saints or whatever, whichever year it was. And he made a statement, hey, don't look past the Panthers. And you can see that wasn't their agenda. But us over here, we ain't got no agenda from nobody else but ourselves.
None.
We talk about, I can make a thumbnail right now and talk about something, and ain't nobody gonna stop me, nobody gonna cut me off, because it's my platform. Go ahead,
exactly.
boss.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell them, Prime. Listen, bro. A lot of people, man, if y'all want to get the straight up when it comes to sports sometimes or whatever, I think one of the things Cam was saying is you got to start listening to more people that did something that they're talking about.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I respect every Panther podcast out there.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, when I get into these heavy debates with the kids that's playing Madden in their mom's house, and like I done seen a few plays on Madden, and now they give me the green light to go argue with Twine, who's done it at a whole nother level, and say, "Oh, you wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." The minute somebody tells me I don't know what I'm talking about, irks me, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's where I have to hold my decorum, you know what I'm saying, or go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or give him a buck. Or give him a buck 50, Twine. You know, I get it.
Did anything that Cam say? Did anything that he say about Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy? And I've been saying the thing about Brock Purdy for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, you can ask Elizabeth Lassiter. Like, she listened to the show every day. I was never sold on no Brock. I said Brock Purdy plays in the system.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say anything that was false? My thing is, if he said something crazy, then okay, let's do the debate. He didn't say nothing. Okay, so we're going to pretend like ESPN and Stephen A. Smith ain't been talking about Dallas and their accident waiting to happen, and Dak Prescott ain't it, and ESPN constantly saying Dak Prescott ain't it. We're gonna pretend like we ain't seen Skip Bayless take Dak Prescott jersey and throw it in the trash on this show and on Twitter and all this other stuff or whatever, and people saying, oh my God, Dak is terrible, like when he was going through his little spell or whatever, and now all of a sudden Cam Newton ain't qualified to say Dak is a game manager. Dak Prescott ain't no great quarterback. He plays around talent.
It's a fact.
He got picked in the 4th round. Dak Prescott came in the game because they beloved Romo got hurt. Brock Purdy came in the game because 2 of their starting quarterbacks got hurt. He was Mr. Irrelevant, man. He's not even supposed to be playing right now.
That's a fact there, bro. That's a fact. And you know what? I want to take your minds back to when we got Cam back that second time.
The MVP of the league, they want him to shut up.
They want him to shut up, man.
You feel me?
Yeah, they want him to shut up, man. I want to take your mind back to the time when Cam Newton came back the second time. Now, just think about this. How electric Bank of America Stadium was and how the city of Charlotte rallied when we heard Cam came back. Now, I want to take you guys to a scenario like this. Let's say, for instance, Dak gets cut. And then 2 years later, they bring Dak back. Do you think Dak Prescott will get the same type of ingratiating energy that Cam Newton got? I guarantee you no. I guarantee you it wouldn't happen. Dak Prescott ain't do nothing to get that type of love from Dallas. Maybe after this year, if they continue on what they're doing, possibly, right? Possibly. If they make it far, they've been doing okay. You know, that's been, controlling, where the ball goes at. He's been doing his thing. But if that gets cut this year and they move on and then they come back to Dak, it ain't going to be the same thing. It's going to be like, what have you done? Cam Newton took the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton got us multiple NFC South championship.
Who was the leading receiver on that Super Bowl team?
For the Panthers?
Yeah, I'll wait. It was Ted Ginn Jr.
Oh, Teddy.
Jeremy Cotchery.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. No names. You got CD Lamb. You got what's old dude name? You had what's the running back name? You had
Yeah, I mean
what's the
Ezekiel
running back?
Elliott back there
Ezekiel
when he was
Elliott.
at his greatest. Now you
Yeah.
got Pollard, another great back there.
Exactly.
You always had the O line.
You
Always had one of the greatest O
always,
lines in the NFL. Brock
always,
Purdy has always had one of the greatest lines in the NFL. Look what
always.
Brock Purdy got just on weapons. He got our Christian McCaffrey. You out there with Debo Samuels. You out there with one of the best tight ends in the game, man. And Kittles.
Yeah.
And you got Brandon Ayuk out there, one receiver. I mean, like, bro, what the hell else? And then you got a dominant defense.
Bro,
What is Brock Purdy doing other than
you
just playing his role?
Exactly. You supposed to go. You you're supposed to go to the Super Bowl. You got everything at your
You'll be
disposal.
an idiot if you don't make it there.
Facts. Exactly,
Now,
bro.
imagine putting Cam on one of those teams and when Cam was in his prime.
You put Cam on a now 49ers team,
Come on, man.
bro, they undefeated.
We almost went undefeated with nothing.
Exactly. And even in that game versus Atlanta that we lost, think about the stuff that Cam did.
We're going to forever hate Atlanta for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I can't stand Atlanta, man. They our spotless record. Man, yo, that game against Dallas in 2015, I was there. And the electricity that was going through that stadium was wild. I've never felt that type of energy ever. And I've been to plenty of games, man. Cam Newton came out. I think the first drive we went 3 and out, gave it over to Dallas, and then that's when picks started happening pick sixes, interceptions, man. And then Cam Newton drove the ball down the field, and then right after that, Thomas Davis, took Tony Romo out the game, broke his clavicle or whatever, man. I mean, it was, and trust me, I don't wish injury on nobody, but to see how dominant our team was on the offensive side and the defensive side, bro, it was wild.
We ended Tony Romo's career.
Yeah, we did.
I take pride in that. I'm
Thomas
sorry,
Davis.
that's just a football player in me. I take pride in that. That's just a football player in me, bro.
What position you played, man?
So in college I played DN.
Okay.
I came out of high school with playing running back and quarterback. And somehow in college that got transitioned into a DN, and I also played some running back.
Okay.
Until I realized I like hitting people more than running and scoring touchdowns.
Man, I should have played football, man. When I moved from Miami to Charleston, South Carolina, my first day in school, the coach came up to me and said, "Hey, big man, you want to play football?" I said, "Nah, man, I play music, man. I got to play for church on Sunday. I don't want to." Man, I should have got on that field, man, and took Starr High School out of North Charleston, South Carolina, to the championship, man. Because I've always been, a tall dude, big dude, and well, that's about to change now. I'm on a 40-day fast right now, so
okay. I see you. Blessings. But
yeah. Today is day number 4.
I gotta tell you, bro. Listen,
what's up?
You gotta be a little off to want to play football anyway.
You gotta be, bro. You gotta be.
It ain't for everybody. Look, even if you're a big guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to all big guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it ain't in you to enjoy going to practice and putting those shoulder pads on and being in a car crash every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about being in a regular car crash, like even a minor fender bender, you could get out of it, your knees hurt, thighs hurt or whatever, depending on how you were sitting in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But imagine running a ball and some dude hit you from the side that you don't even see, like that type of collision.
Yeah,
and then you got to get up, and then you got to get up, you know what I'm saying? Go next play. Or that dude that when 2 players come together and collide and bang each other and they both fall down, but then they both get up yelling at each other, and woo! You got to be, I'm not saying you got to be crazy, you just got to be a little off.
You got to be a little off. Gotta
You know
be.
what I'm saying? And it's just, I mean, like for quarterbacks too. I mean, look, if you're a quarterback and you know these type of dudes is running top speed at you or whatever, and they don't put the fear in you, then you got to be a little off. Like you can. Some people welcome the challenge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody, but
Right.
everybody thinks they're an expert
Mm-hmm.
because they play Madden
Yeah.
or Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm an expert either. I'm just saying that when I have debates, I'm not saying I should always be right or whatever. I'm just saying it comes better from a prime who knows what he's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
opposed to some kid that's just running his mouth, shows no respect, and ain't never even played hopscotch.
Right. Mm-hmm. Nah, I feel you on that, man. I
The
feel. Hey,
kid that
real
was
quick.
like, ain't no way in hell I'm playing football. No. The kid whose mom was like, you're not playing football. That is too violent. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Hey guys,
look,
real quick. If y'all
you went to
haven't,
go see,
please go. Hold on. Hey
yeah,
guys, if y'all haven't, please go ahead and like this video.
please.
Please like this video, share it. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man. And if you want to donate to the channel, unfortunately, I'm not monetized yet by YouTube. So there's ways that you can support the channel: Cash App and Venmo, Panthers Prime 1, or Cash App at dbird79. Let's continue the conversation, Twan.
Let me tell you something real quick, y'all. Support this man right here. This man, Prime, man. Like, Prime don't come with the loud mouth like me. You know,
I do when I get mad.
yeah, Prime has great subject matter. You know what I'm saying? And he knows what he's talking about. Y'all know me, I don't vouch what I don't believe in. And he's a podcast for the people. And it's a great show. So my thing is if you like great and quality content, you know, support this man, hit the like button. Send a couple dollars if you got paid today. It's Friday. Don't stop. Don't come on, man. It's Friday. You got paid today. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is like this, y'all. If y'all put money and things like that into shows like Prime Show, 704, Black Cat Panther Podcast, and other shows that I like, man, you know what I'm saying? Then you get this great content back. You know what I'm saying? Or you could put your money into the juggernauts or, you know, keep paying for ESPN or whatever. And that's your choice, you know what I'm saying? That's going to lie to you all day and say that we know what's best for the public. And then guess what? You don't get a say-so on ESPN. You can come on the show like Prime, my show, and, you know, we'll let you in, let you speak on how you feel or whatever. Man, look, freedom of speech is an incredible thing. It's valuable. You try
Facts.
calling in the ESPN if they got some show where you could call in and you're gonna be on busy for 3 days.
Yeah, because they're gonna screen every call.
Yeah.
They're gonna make sure that you ain't talking outside the agenda of what
Trust
they
me.
want to talk about.
Bottom line, man, support your own.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, guys. And if y'all haven't, please make sure y'all go subscribe to the 704 Bound Show, man.
704 Charlotte Bounds.
Charlotte Bound. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Make sure that y'all go and subscribe to his channel as well, man. Great content. Hopefully we'll be able to reconfigure our schedules, man, for the Twan Don versus everybody. And
Man, that's coming. We ain't even got to worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But look, man, if y'all like this smooth talking, I'm trying to put together a show. I got to get with Prime and trying to get with Doug and some others, man. You know, a lot of the people that was in that 2023 1K subscriber class and come up with this show called the Sophomore Roundtable.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to at
Hey,
least get it in twice a month and then see how it's going, and go from there.
yeah. Hey, real quick,
Yeah,
we're gonna go off topic from Carolina
go
Panthers
for
and
it. Go
football.
for it. Mhm.
What's your thoughts on Draymond Green in that situation, man? I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Man, I've not liked Draymond for years, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the dude got a problem, man. He
Okay.
got a problem. But see, what the thing is the NBA created him though.
Okay.
You know when you know the phrase "spare the rod,
Spoil the
spoil the
child.
child." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened in the NBA with Draymond, bro. They never punished him correctly with all that crazy stuff. And now it sounds crazy like you gonna punish a grown man, but there are rules and things. Draymond felt like he's above the rules, man.
Okay.
And that like I'm just gonna be who I am, and then like he's like some of the things that he says in the press conferences, I'm like, dude, man, he's not making it better. I'm like,
Yeah.
this dude is wacko. But with all the things that he's done, man, and then you punching your teammate in the face because he didn't want you in his face, he pushed you away from him. To the LeBron kicking the groins, you choked out Rudy Gobert, and now you did a Mike Tyson Superman swing punch on some, and then the dude is like, and he goes in front of the camera and says, "I'm not gonna change who I am." All right. See, people said that like um the NBA, yeah, the NBA is soft, but they was
Mm-hmm.
like, it's got like soft watchers, like man, like this was the '90s, this was early '90s basketball or whatever. But those guys hit back.
Right.
Yeah, man,
They do.
can you imagine putting Draymond out there with Adrian Dantley, Charles Oakley? Man, Draymond would be lumped up. Draymond does this to guys that he knows is not gonna hit him back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It could be just the Miami in me.
Oh, boy.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like it, man. You know, I like a good physical game, man, where your emotions can be, displayed, man. And I mean, we do it in hockey all the time. Hockey, man, they
I
be going.
feel that.
I don't know if you ever been to a hockey game, man, but when they get to fighting, man, hey, them referees, all they do is back up and let them go for about a good 10, 15, 20 seconds, man. Then they break it
But
up.
we play good old boy sports.
Right, fast. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The NFL and the NBA wants to control their players.
Right.
The NFL and NBA is the two sports I know where they will suspend or eject a player for the whole game that you just spent that $500 ticket on to come see.
That's a fact.
They're not going to do that in baseball. They're not going to do that in no damn in ice hockey or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those are white dominated sports.
Yeah.
Look how the referees act in football and basketball. Like they're like you can't even talk to them a certain way.
Yeah. You
Look
say
how
something
emotional
crazy
these
to them.
referees are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you get a technical foul just by saying something to the ref.
Man, if you look at them too long.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it's like we get that feeling like I feel like this dude is saying, black dude, stay in your place. Oh, I could ruin your night and kick you out this damn game.
I'm not gonna lie, that's definitely the notion when it comes down to
how many black athletes have been complaining about the referees, bro, in football and basketball, bro? It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What's
football,
up, Unc? What's going on, Unc, man? Hey, hit the link, Unc, if you ain't too busy, man. We talking about Draymond Green, my favorite star.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite star athlete, man. Go ahead, Tuan.
No, that's all good. The dude is a live wire, man.
Okay.
And I think that you always need one like that on your team,
mm-hmm.
but not one that's gonna hurt your team.
Yeah. And you're right. I think that's the only thing that I will say I don't like about Draymond is he's done stuff to hurt his team. Even though I like the aggressiveness, I like the fighting. Because when I was younger, man, I ain't gonna lie, I used to fight almost every day when I was living in Miami, man. Every day I used to fight, bro. And when I came to Charleston, South Carolina, it's just a little mellow. Everybody ain't on that type of time. But when you in Miami, I'm walking down 22nd Avenue going to my crib, right? I'm in middle school. And like, yo, what you got on? And hey, ain't no talking, book back off. I'm squaring up, kid. Hey, yeah, because ain't nobody gonna give you no compliment on what you're wearing if they don't want to take it. So you square up automatically. So I get that mentality. I don't have that mentality no more, but I get it. But I also understand that that's not every single time, somebody says something to you or does something to you, Draymond, you got to react. Now, if they keep poking the bear, I get it, catch them in the tunnel.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Catch them in the tunnel. Yeah.
We got to catch the hands if you keep poking me, especially if I walk away.
Facts.
But look, what's poking the bear when your teammate is scrapping with somebody else? You don't go break it up to get the dude off you. You go find Prime and choke him.
Hey, and don't let go when you're choking him.
It's not even basketball. I don't even know. I'm trying to remember even back in the 90s, did somebody get choked out? Choke?
Yeah, I don't remember no chokes, man. I do remember a lot of, elbows to the face,
I know the Spreewell took his bare hands and choked Carlissimo. I remember that.
Yeah.
But I don't never remember somebody putting somebody in a headlock.
Yo, and was about to cut his power off at the meter.
Yeah, man. Like that dude was low on power, bro. I saw his battery running out.
Yeah, man. Poppy Dangerfield, what's up, man? Keep pounding. Let's go. Poppy, real quick, Poppy. What's your score prediction for this week if you still in the chat, man? I told up my score prediction yesterday. I said 12-6, Atlanta gonna win. It's gonna be a rainy game. We haven't scored no points touchdown wise in about 8 games from Bryce. So I don't think we see any type of touchdowns. We've been at the goal line multiple times that we've elected to pass the ball. I don't see us winning this game. Poppy says 17-14 Panthers. All right, Poppy.
Let me tell you this,
Twan, what you think?
Let me tell you this. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out there, a lot of podcasts out there. Salute to all the Panthers podcasts out there, man. You guys out there doing your thing, whether I watch it or not. I still salute, man, to all podcasts. Even, you know what I'm saying, like if people, you know what I'm saying, like, with history, even if some people don't get along or whatever, you know what I'm saying, hopefully everybody can work those things out, you know what I'm saying, because we all trying to do the same thing. But I know how hard this podcasting thing is and the work you got to put in. So salute to everybody that put that work in, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like somebody, whatever, they putting that work in.
Yeah.
So I'll never, ever, ever, ever come out to somebody for that work that they put in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to always be love on that. But,
yeah.
You know what? The Panthers do this every year around this time, man. We start winning games we have no business winning. Tell me I'm lying, bro.
No, I mean, you're not lying.
I'm talking about since we've been bad. We
always
that's
what I'm saying.
So we're gonna lose out, and then we're gonna have these high draft picks, and then somebody decides, oh, I want to win the last couple games or something like that, and then our picks is messed up for the next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we would have just chilled last year, we wouldn't even been in the Bryce Young predicament.
I mean, that's
the
true.
That's the angle that we don't even discuss. Is if
we
would have just lost out last year, we wouldn't even be in this Bryce predicament right now. We won some useless games that meant nothing, and all they did was take us out of the position that we needed to be in, and then we had to trade up for this little bum-ass dude, you know what I'm saying, and trade away DJ Moore and half our damn future for him.
Yeah. Hey, Unc said it in the chat, man. We got the wrong guy.
We did. We did.
Yeah.
He ain't lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got the wrong
man.
boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man. To later on today, I got some clips, man. Well, one in particular that I'm gonna highlight with Bryce Young under center, man. It's nerve-wracking, bro, because it's gonna show that Bryce is not efficient, he's not skilled up under center, and he's still he's not comfortable playing at the NFL level, man. There's certain little nuances that he did in this one play that was a determining factor on us getting four yards or us possibly getting about 30 yards. And he, once again, took the under. Andrew, what's up, man?
Yeah, man.
How we doing, D?
Oh, man. Hey, man, we hanging in
man,
there, man.
I just sent you a Cash App. So
you
I know you're putting in the work, so I want to let you know I appreciate it.
Andrew, man, I appreciate that, man. I just saw it, baby. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I have my phone on mute so I can do what I'm doing.
I figured that. Yeah. I just want to make sure it went through. That's all.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
It doesn't say whether it went through. It says it got paid. I just want to make sure it went through.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Hey, listen, on this Draymond Green thing, now you guys are probably too young to remember, but you may. There was a player of the Lakers, Kermit Washington. Do you guys remember him?
I'm 50.
He hit a guy.
I'm 50.
He hit a guy named Rudy Tomjanovich, who was with the Houston club at the time. This was probably back in the 70s. It almost killed him. It almost killed him. He had to have like 7 or 8 facial surgeries. It ended his career pretty much. He tried to come back. So, yeah, I agree with Twan on this one. I like the physical play too, but there's a line once you cross it.
Right.
Because don't forget, in hockey, they do allow it a little bit more. I've been a hockey fan all my life, but it's hard. When you hit somebody on ice skates, you're really not getting much behind the punch. But when you're standing there on a basketball court, and Kermit Washington saw him running up on him, he just turned and man, he let him go. And Kermit Washington was a big man.
Yeah,
and
I don't know, Andrew. I've been watching some of them hockey games, man. They be bleeding and going crazy after some of them hits, man.
Yeah, I mean, they can still do some damage. Yeah, they can still do some damage.
No helmet.
Yeah, but
they wear that little plastic face guard.
The difference is in basketball, if these guys start a fight, it wouldn't be difficult at all for the fans to get involved in it because they're right there. They can run right down there on the court. Where in hockey, they're behind barriers. They can't get it. So I think the NBA has to monitor it a little more closely than like in hockey. In hockey, the rink is isolated. You can't get. But can you imagine some of the fans are out there drinking and their team gets in a fight? Next thing you know, it's a full out, brawl. So
So go ahead, Twan.
I don't even know why they got barricades at ice hockey games, Andrew. Because if you're a stupid fan to run out there on that ice block with no skates on, they're gonna beat your ass anyway.
I hear you.
You out there sliding, trying to get a punch.
Oh yeah, because I used to go to all the Kings games out here in Los Angeles. I was a season seat holder back in the 80s, and I could tell you that there were times when I wanted to jump out there on that ice and kick some ass because it's an emotional sport. People are out there drinking and having fun. So in the NBA, it's too accessible. You know what I'm saying? These guys could start a real all-out brawl. So they keep a pretty good eye on it. But the difference is Draymond Green's had so many warnings and suspensions, and he's got a problem. And listen, if what's his name could straighten out his remember Ron Artest? before he changed his name, I forget what he changed his name to, World Be Free or something like that.
Meta World
Meta
Peace.
World Peace.
But Meta World Peace. Yeah, World Be Free was what was that guy's name? He played for Portland. But anyway, he had a problem like that too. But he went and got the anger management, went to all the counseling, and he got straightened out. Never happened again. That's what they need for this guy if you want
And break it up.
to continue in the NBA.
Yeah, Andrew.
So he doesn't bring him out onto the court.
Andrew, do you think he gets back into the NBA like next season, or just maybe after a couple games? What you think they're gonna do?
I think that if he goes and gets the counseling and sticks to the program, they'll let him in next year because right now it's we're not even a quarter of the year into the season. So if he misses the rest of the season, I think that would send the right message, and he would be able to come back next year.
Now, not to. I mean, if we're gonna get on Draymond too, then I think the NBA is off balance too. The NBA does what they think is going to be the more money making situation. I think they just couldn't take enough with this Draymond Green situation. They had to do something. But then in the meantime, you got this kid, Greedy or what is it, Giddy?
Yeah.
Well, Oklahoma, City or whatever, who's caught up in a situation where he was possibly in a relationship with a minor. And then we talking about present day. And ESPN won't even talk about it.
Won't even talk about it.
Won't talk about it. And you would think that the NBA would be like, look, let's just go ahead and have you not play basketball right now until your name is cleared on this. This is a serious situation.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
But the media treats this situation like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
They pick and choose. They pick and choose what hill who they're gonna fight for, and it's like that. It's like that in life too. Just like in the politics, it's the same. How many times do you hear stuff in the media and it never gets reported? Yet they pick and choose who they want to go after. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. Why is Cam Newton the top story these days? Shouldn't the dude that's in a relationship with a minor be the top story?
He should be. That's why that dude Kwame Brown, I think his name Kwame Brown, he lit into them. He lit into Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, and what's old girl name?
Because
Molly.
those guys are all company. Those are all see black people get into this thing where we feel like, oh, we got the black guy on ESPN or a black guy on Fox News or whatever. Oh, they're gonna go up here and tell our stories and they're gonna represent us or whatever. No, man, you better. It's probably gonna wind up being a white guy that represents you better. There's some of these black dudes are tools of the company. Stephen A. Smith, as much power as he wants y'all to believe, he still has a boss, and they still tell him what to talk about. Shannon Sharp just goes along with anything that Stephen Smith says anyway. But look at you see Skip over there at Fox. Skip says exactly what he wants to say. Shannon didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got old girl who came on there yesterday. I told you talking about Cam Newton and he's jealous or whatever. Who are you? He's a journalist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got ridiculous people like Molly Karam on TV giving her opinion on stuff, and she don't know shit.
She don't know nothing, y'all. She don't know nothing.
She's too busy trying to show off her outfits and trying to be pretty every show, bro.
Yeah. Cam, what I'll say about Cam is Cam needs to lighten up in this respect. He's got an opinion show. He's very boisterous with what he says. He believes in what he says, and that's going to cause other people to voice their opinions too. So he doesn't need to come on and try to explain, the reaction to his opinions. He should just state them. He doesn't need to defend what he's saying because he's got the credibility in the league amongst the people that know football. In my view, when he came out and was trying to rebut and explain what he was saying, he should have just let it go. He didn't have to explain that to me.
Nah, if he didn't come back and explain it, if he didn't come back and explain it, then when they would have ran with it even more. See, that's what me and Prime was talking about earlier, man. These sheep. A lot of people listen to the media and they feel like whatever the media says is fact. And then when they hear Prime, Twan, and Andrew talk, oh, we just regular. We're like what we
Yeah,
said
we don't know
mean
what the
nothing.
hell we're talking about.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That when it's really the exact opposite. The thing
Yeah,
is, on TV,
I've heard her before, Twan.
yeah,
I've heard her
they
before.
tell them
She
what to
doesn't know
talk
shit.
about.
She doesn't know shit. I've heard her
Yeah,
before.
ridiculous.
She's got an opinion, and that's what they pay her for. But as far as her assessing what Cam's, what she says,
She
well,
should have
how
never
come
got
you're not
involved in
playing?
that. She
What
should
the
have
hell does
never
she
got
know?
involved in it. Nothing.
What the hell does she know why he's not playing?
You know why she did that though, Prime?
What's that?
Because we live in an age now where a woman can say whatever she wants to say about a dude, but when a dude fires back, then he catch that heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then now if Cam went right after her, then Cam don't like women, or
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like you
especially
never
over at
talk to a woman
ESPN.
like that, or you never do this to a woman. I'm like, but bro, you can't let her go to get on the show and slander my name.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I gotta say something in my own defense.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. And that I think that's been the notion for a long time. A woman can say whatever she want to say, how she want to say it, when she want to say it, how many times she want to say it. But as soon as a man rebuts
you
and
the
say
bad guy,
something,
you say something back to her.
you zesty, or
If she got if she got the balls to come on ESPN and say what she said about Cam, then she gotta have the balls to take it if he come back at her.
Right. Do y'all
Same
remember
thing
that
with
time?
Malika Andrews.
Right. I'm about to say that.
I've seen her before, Twan. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about
At all.
Yeah, I don't know where they got her from, but
Bro, because they think men that love sports give a damn about how women look that talk about sports.
That's facts.
We
That's
don't
facts.
care. Look, we want the
don't.
girl up there that knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything
They
else,
like,
that's
we gonna
secondary.
put these girls in the shortest mini skirts that we could possibly put them in because dudes like if you watching ESPN to look at a female, you got problems, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not watching First Take to watch Molly. I'm not doing that. I want to hear what Swag Goo and Dan Orlovsky and all these other dudes are saying.
Care less what Molly Karam has to say.
Yeah. She's an idiot, man. Yeah,
But the women on ESPN that know exactly what they're talking about, they put them in the field, or they got they cut to them real quick and whatever. You know what I'm saying? The ones that really understand the numbers and all of that.
I mean, it's not too hard to figure out why they're on there, Twan. They make sure they always show Molly walking away so everyone can see that backside. That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to get views. They don't give a shit about what they're reporting.
Yeah.
Like that girl Monica McNutt that comes on there, she knows her shit, bro. She knows her shit.
Yeah.
She knows it. But that Kimberly chick, all she does is come on there and says nonsense. She come on the show arguing with Stephen A. Smith all the damn time, and then it turns into this man versus female thing. Molly up there constantly trying to turn ESPN or whatever, or a sports show into a Me Too movement. Man, nobody want to hear that. Look, bro, I support it, but not on no damn sports show.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a fact, man. I remember a couple months ago, man. I don't know if they was talking about, I think it was talking about that dude, the head coach that was cheating on some of the owner's wife, Boston. And I think it was Malika Andrews or somebody that was like trying to get at Stephen A. Smith on his show. He was like, hold on. Yeah, it was Malika. Yeah. He's like, hey, you're not gonna do that on this show. Like, put her in her place on TV, man. Because
Malika Andrews don't like black men, bro.
We always
black,
exactly.
but she don't like black men.
And this Kimberly girl, how she came at Cam, how she started off. Well, first, we ain't gonna talk about your clothes. Secondly, like, why it always has to be a black woman to go down that
was
road
in Dior last week.
Say what?
Like what she got on was in Dior last week. I mean, like
facts.
You ain't wearing shit either.
You ain't wearing nothing, yo. You got your jump off a Temu.
Round roly-poly ass up there. Still talking about somebody's clothes.
Exactly, man. Yeah. I mean,
man, ESPN be gassing these chicks, bro.
Yeah, man. It's wild movement, though, man. Hey, real quick, guys, if y'all watching the show, if y'all haven't, please subscribe to Panthers Prime Podcast. we are pushing for 1,100 subscribers as we speak. We're at
1100.
1,090 right now, and I appreciate every subscription that we've had so far. So if you haven't done so and you like the show, please subscribe. Also, if you want to support the channel, these are your ways that you can support the channel: by Cash App at dbird79 at Cash App, and at Venmo is Panther Prime 1. All right.
What's going
Real
on with
quick.
your monetization?
So when I did the monetization, it told me that I had shorts that didn't fit the community guidelines to be monetized. So if you look, I don't got no shorts no more, except for ones that just show my face. Like the ones that I actually had, like, you know, showing old videos of past times with the Panthers. Yeah, they told me I couldn't use those. So I gotta wait till December 31st to resubmit a new monetization, whatever, request, and then, you know, we'll go forward from there. But I mean, hey, you know, God's been blessing. I've been working pretty good. So
YouTube always
and the ones that have supported
and everything.
and the ones that have supported the channel, like I haven't touched any of that money, because all that stuff goes into, you know, my giveaways that I'm going to have once we hit 1,500 and 2,000,
Yes,
or purchasing more equipment, man. So this ain't to get Demetrius rich. You know, I do this for the love of talking about this Carolina Panthers team.
Pour it
good
back
or
into
bad.
the channel, man.
Yeah. I pour it back to the subscribers, man, and, you know, things of that nature. You know, I just went ahead and bought a domain, PanthersPrimePodcast.com. You know, I got some stuff that I'm trying to work on, man. So, you know, hey, oh yeah, man, I got some stuff that I'm trying to work on, man. So, you know, hey, we're gonna keep moving. Real quick, guys, I want to ask y'all a question. So, with the current status of how the Carolina Panthers are, right, from the top down, I mean from David Tepper down to Bryce Young, to, you know, how this organization is moving, do you guys feel that it's going to be difficult for us to find a premier head coach for next year? Yes or no?
I'll let Andrew go.
I think it's going to be hard, and I've always said that because, listen, when you fire somebody mid-season, especially a brand new coach, you brought him in here, you gave him a 4-year deal, and then he got 17 weeks. What coach is going to want to risk coming to work for an owner that's going to do that? Now you can get a qualified coach in here, but things are going to have to change, and they're going to have to change. David Tepper is going to have to change. He needs to get his ass out of football operations and be the owner, make the profits, pay the players, but let the football people make the decisions on how to build this football team. Okay. And he doesn't do that. It was obvious during the draft what happened. Okay. So in my view, if you're going to end up with a college coach. They're going to end up with a college coach or someone who can't get a job in the NFL as a head coach and give him the position. If you're looking to get a Jim Harbaugh over here, or even a Bill Belichick, which I don't think he would come anyway, but if you want to get someone like that, or let's just say a Mike Tomlin, let's say, throw that name in there. These things are going to have to change. They won't come.
Mike Tomlin's not coming here anyway.
Yeah, I know that. I just throw that out there. I'm just saying.
David Tepper tried to get him fired at his old job.
Yeah, he's the type of reputable coaches we're talking about. If to get someone like that, it can be done, but there's going to have to be changes, and because no one's going to listen. You guys, Charlotte community football is a small market. You guys are more in tune with the Charlotte, what's going on in Charlotte, than most of these broadcasters are. But there's someone who knows even more than us, or you guys, and that's people inside the NFL. People inside the NFL, that list of coaches or potential candidates who are coming to Charlotte, they all know what the hell's going on. They know what time it is over here. They know that you don't want to go work for Tepper. And until that changes, you're not going to get one of these high-quality coaches. What do you think?
That's a fact. Twan, what you think, man?
I mean, my opinion hasn't changed on the matter. I agree with Andrew 100%. I don't think any quality coach is going to want to come here next year. I'm not saying the years after, but I think some people are going to wait to see how Tepper responds. If he can stay out of stuff. If I'm David Tepper, I'm going to give him the blueprint right now. You probably want to run it back with another one of the coaches that's already on the team and let them run it. You feel me?
Or maybe a
yeah.
Or
To let
Greg
coaches know
Olson
I'm gonna
or
stay out of
someone
the
like
way.
that.
Yeah, somebody. And then you run it back with one of them because we're not gonna win next year. We're not. get that out your head. Because they're gonna run it back with Bryce Young. We're not gonna win next year. But see, the thing is, what I wanted us to do anyway, Prime. Not to get off subject, is I want us to just try and get better. You know what I'm saying? Build a team up as much as we can and try and get better. But if I'm David Tepper, and this is a big ask for him, run it back with one of the coaches already on the team, on the staff, and show everybody else in the league that I can stay out of the way. Don't mess with that coach. Let that coach do what he needs to do. He does need to get a new GM in here, though. I wouldn't run shit back with Scott.
I was going to ask you guys that. That was going to be my next question. Do we keep Scott Fitterer?
No.
No way. No way. He should have been gone already. He should have been the first to go because now you're running a risk of having him do another draft.
Right.
Well, hold on.
Good at it.
Let me ask you this question. So from last year's draft, which I considered his only real draft that he's done, because Matt Rule kind of was in charge. So are we going to give him just the one and done, or are we going to allow him to give one more opportunity?
Let me give you the perspective, Prime.
Go ahead.
You don't have your GM pick your draft if you're trying to bring a new coach in, because that's going to be all that GM's guys. That's not going to be the new coach's guys.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
So you could be one and done. Like, even if Scott brings in some people or whatever, what if the new coach don't like them dudes or they would have picked somebody different? Go ahead. You got to get Scott out of here now so that you can get a real GM in the building that's going to be able to work well with whoever you bring in here, so they're going to be on the same page.
Let me ask you guys something, and this is going to create a lot of talk. Maybe Matt Rule wasn't so bad at drafting. You realize the players that he drafted on our defense, we have the number 4 defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, who did he draft over there, though?
But when he came in to the team, he said he wanted to build his defense first. Isn't that that's if I remember correctly?
That's what he said. That's what he said. He went all defense.
Yeah.
But look, man, only 2 of those guys hit. That was it.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he picked up Troy Pride Jr. and all them other dudes that was trash.
Well, we brought Luvu. He brought Luvu over, right? Or at least he was.
Yeah, we got Luvu from the Jets, but
right.
That's because he was already associated with Luvu somehow.
So I'm not saying that we should have kept him. I'm just saying I'm trying to make a point between Fitterer and what Matt Rule was building. Fitterer, he's made some terrible deals. Terrible. Just this past year. Okay. I have no problem with the McCaffrey trade because we got some good, but he turned around and gave him away for Bryce Young.
Pretty much. And you didn't utilize those picks well. I mean, and I used to be in Scott's corner, man. I used to be the Scott I trust and all that. And then I had to come out and say I was wrong on this dude. And then when I really realized I was wrong on him was when I looked at that cap money, Prime and Andrew. Mm-hmm. When I started, it was $58 million in the hole. Messing with this dude, man. I'm like, this dude is hemorrhaging money, bro.
Yeah. So
and then I'm like, even if we wanted to sign somebody, we couldn't.
Yeah. He needs to go, and he needs to be gone the day after. Well, he should be gone today, but I think they're going to wait till the season's over. And once that last game's played, he needs to be out the door.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait. They're going to wait till the end of the year.
But Andrew and Prime, you got to ask yourself this one question: why is he still here?
Well, I've been wondering that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look,
I
the trade
think
deadline
it's
is gone. The trade deadline is gone. It ain't like you go out here and get some new people or whatever. Why is he still here?
well.
So Temple was gonna get rid of him and would have just got rid of him, right? So don't be surprised if he don't come back next year too.
Well,
maybe,
like I said,
maybe
I don't think that Scott is going to come back. I think Tepper is just trying not to, go fire sale on everything that we have here in the organization. I mean, we saw Thomas Brown's wife already said that he's fired, already.
I mean, she helped him out.
she really did. Hey, Thomas Brown interview yesterday.
She solidified it.
Got him fired.
Yeah. Thomas Brown's interview yesterday, man. He said he has no comment on that.
Damn, bro.
Smart man.
Yeah. That shit killed me, bro.
Yeah, man. He might divorce her, man.
Can you imagine hearing that in your car? And you driving up the highway and you hear your wife responding, you might hit the brakes so hard. I know she didn't just say what I think she said.
Yeah. Like, bitch, I know you.
Come on.
Thomas Brown probably backslapped him with the playbook, man. Shoot, man.
Do you know how awkward it's gonna be for me to walk in that locker room tomorrow,
bro?
Oh man,
bro. Yeah, man. This game this week right here is gonna be it's gonna be interesting, man, because we know we ain't playing for nothing. The Falcons, the Bucks, and the Saints have a 3-way tie. So, and Big Derek Brown, Unc calls him Big Grizzly Bear, Big Grizzly Brown. He said if we gonna stay at the crib and we at the house, everybody else gonna be at the house too. So, he may go for blood this week, man. But it's gonna be raining. It's gonna be a nasty game, man. Bad winds. It looks like it's gonna be a freaking nor'easter. And Twan, you from up north, you know what a nor'easter is. So it's gonna be crazy on Sunday at Bank of America, man. And I possibly got tickets for club level. Am I gonna
Why
go?
don't we always wear these black uniforms and these black helmets when it rains?
You notice that, right? Because when we played Atlanta last year, it rained in Charlotte. I remember that. Yeah, we always do that, man.
Yeah,
doom and gloom game.
I don't want to win, though, man. That sounds horrible, but I don't want to win. We need the highest drop picks that we can get.
Andrew, what's your score prediction for this game?
Don't
think about it too hard. Just give it to me.
I got. I believe. I made a prediction. I think it was. I believe that Carolina is going to pull this one out. I really think that they're going to get.
Please don't.
I do. I think they're going to. It's not going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be, I think we're going to get maybe 2 touchdowns and a couple field goals. So what's that? 20 points. Yeah. In Atlanta, I'm just not a big Ritter fan, and I think our defense is going to eat his ass up. So I'm thinking 20-17, 20-10. I don't know if that's consistent with the last time I talked. I gave Unc a score. I believe it might have been a little bit more for Carolina, 27 perhaps. They got to have a game here pretty soon, Demetrius. They've come close. They've been in a lot of games and they just haven't finished.
Right.
They've got to find that before this season's out. They've got to be able to put at least one together, one more. So I'm thinking this one because I don't think they're going to beat. They're not going to beat Green Bay. They're not going to beat Tampa and
Jacksonville.
They're not going to beat Tampa. So if they're going to win, it's going to be
this one game.
I already told Red Swarm that they're going to wipe his ass, Carolina. So I'm sure he.
Oh, Red.
Swarm think they could. Yeah, I got them beating us 20-9 because I think we'll just kick 3 field goals.
That's probably not too far.
I don't see Bryce Young scoring anymore. He can't score.
Yeah.
He can't.
You guys ain't gonna be nothing through the air. I'm telling you that shit right now.
We've got like a total of what? 4 to 5 offensive touchdowns in the last 7 or 8 games.
Yeah, it's been horrible, bro.
You're not going to win football games like that.
Mm-mm.
You're just not gonna.
Yeah. Well, my score prediction is probably a lot worse than both of y'all's. I went 6-12. Atlanta's gonna win.
That's the type of game, man. I mean, because it's raining, that might be the type of score.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an ugly game and some ugly weather.
Yeah,
Might
it's
be
gonna be
the truth,
pretty
bro.
bad. It's gonna be pretty bad, man. Well, Twan, I'm about to go ahead and end this live, man. Go ahead and shout out your podcast for everybody, man, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir, man. 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Please go subscribe today. That's the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Man, me, myself, Ray Pabon over there, I'm Claire, and my man Edge. I'm putting in work, man, and working as hard as we can to put this great content out for y'all, man. Prime, thank you for having me over here today, bro, man.
Yeah, man.
Such a blessing for you to have me over here, man, and let me, talk my talk. And man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this brother's channel, and do numbers with this man's channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to all of these Panthers content creators, man. They all putting in work out here, and I'm saying, man, hopefully we can figure it out, Prime.
Yeah.
Because right now, bro, it's a bad team to be cheering for, man. But I'm black and blue right now to the heart. Yeah, It's different.
Hey, I get it, man. Trust me, man. I get it.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's like walking around with that ghetto girlfriend, bro. Like, what she is in the bedroom, but in public,
she aggravating, kid.
oh my God.
Nah, I get it, man. And
Can't take you nowhere.
Yeah, I can't take you nowhere, y'all. Like, you out of control, son. Well, yo, man, Twan, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna come back later on tonight, man, and talk about some stuff. But glad to have you on the show. Guys, if y'all haven't, please do me one favor and hit that subscribe button for me one more time. We are almost at 1,100 subscribers right now here at Panthers Prime Podcast. And we're trying to make it happen, man. So I appreciate you guys. And hey, this is your boy Demetrius from the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.